What's going on, guys? Bao here with some Pirate Tales. If you guys do want to actually check this game out, you can go to popgames.me. But yeah, let's get into it. They do have three classes: Swordmaster, Navigator, Sniper. Normally would go with the Mage, which is the middle one. But I think I'm going to change it up. This is the closed beta. It is the second actually closed beta. And they actually opened up the top-up system, which I'm probably going to be doing because it does carry over for the open beta whenever the game actually releases. But we at least know that, oh wow, that actually has the actual story. I am gonna edit out the sound because yeah, that's probably copyrighted, but pretty good if you guys are actually gonna check this game out. It is a little bit big. I could probably try to fit it in the screen, but we're already recording, so we're just gonna leave it. But yeah, it takes up like the whole thing. It does look really nice though. Just trying to figure out what I'm trying to do here. We have the quest, which we're gonna follow to turn off the sound and stuff like that, but you guys aren't gonna be able to hear all that stuff, so I wouldn't worry about it too much. It is a little bit laggy, but that's on my part. It is a little bit better than it's still laggy. Don't get me wrong, it is still closed beta, of course, but the lag issues aren't as bad as they look on my end, just because I have a ton of other stuff open. I'm actually rendering out a video and stuff like that. But yeah, let's get into this. We're gonna be checking out the fighting. We don't have an auto button, which kind of sucks. I mean, all you gotta do is press the skills. They have 1 through 6, so I'm guessing you're gonna have 6 skills, which is pretty nice. A ton of stuff going on. They do have some events going on. It did come out, I believe it was on the 14th, so I am a little bit behind on this, although they're gonna be resetting it, so I wouldn't play it too much. But I know the beta is probably gonna last the full 7 days, so maybe towards the end of the month it's gonna be over. I'm not too sure when they plan on actually ending the closed beta and then when the actual game is going to come out, but I would recommend trying it. Some pretty good characters. As you can see, we have a law right there, and then you have your main depending on which one you pick, and then we have some other characters. It does have a formation, I believe, of 5, so you're gonna have up to 5 characters, although it does take quite a while to actually get all 5 characters. Just like Anime Ninja, it actually incorporates a ton of other games like Anime Ninja, a little bit of War Tunes, which was kind of weird, and a ton of other games that actually play like this. So it kind of incorporates a ton of stuff. If you do like War Tunes, Anime Ninja, stuff like that, you're probably gonna like this game. Although I'm not too keen on the building stuff or the cooldowns and stuff like that, which you're about to see here in a minute. You can recruit partners. There are a ton of characters. The whole crew, of course, you can recruit from the Straw Hats. I'm not too sure if they're planning on adding more characters. Most likely they are. Of course, it is still in closed beta, so we don't have like all the characters and stuff like that. It is going through the storyline from the beginning, of course. I don't know how far it actually goes, but there's a formation, so you can see you can have up to 5 characters. There's Robin, Frankie, stuff like that. The formation you start off with though is 1, and then of course when you upgrade, there you go, you actually get your second one. So you start off with 2 characters, and to actually get the third one, of course, you're probably not going to get it until like 20 or something like that. So that kind of sucks. And if you do go based off of that, probably every 10 levels you're going to get another character, so you're probably not going to have all 5 characters until maybe 40, 50, depending on when they actually want to give it to you. But yeah, it looks really nice, although the loading stuff, I mean, it is a little bit on my part because I'm actually doing some stuff on my computer, of course. So that's why it's a little bit slower, but I actually tried it on the previous one, which ran about the same, but it was actually a little bit better. It wasn't as laggy, but yeah, every once in a while it'll just start lagging really bad, even if you have nothing on your computer open except for the game. So maybe they need to put out a mini client, or something to actually download to help out a little bit more. I mean, the file's not that big, probably a couple 100 megabytes or something like that, so they do need to do something about the loading, because it is pretty bad at points, especially when you got a ton of stuff going on. So it does get laggy. But yeah, we have 2 characters. We're starting off with our main, of course, and they give you Zoro, and then you're gonna have to go from there. They do have the VIP system, which they added in this beta. In the previous beta, they didn't have the top-up system, so I guess they wanted to try that out. So they did another closed beta, which is the one we're actually playing right now, and added in the top-up system, which does carry over. So if you're going to be topping up any amount, it's going to carry over to the actual game release. So when you actually start off, you will have whatever you topped up. And here's the top-up stuff. You actually get Nami, some silver, some, what is it, gems, I don't know, some other stuff as well. But let's actually check out the pricing. It is 5 for 200 gold, 10 for 4, and so on. Somebody actually did top up around 20k, I believe was the highest currently, so that is insane. I don't know who that was, but that currently is the highest amount topped up. If you're wondering how I know that, it's from one of the events that actually shows you the highest amount topped up. But let me go top of VIP 1 so you guys can see that, although I'm gonna cut that out because I have to put in a ton of information. But alright, so we're actually back. Sorry about that, but I had to edit that out so you guys don't actually see all the stuff. I did use PayPal on topping up. All you have to do is go click the 200. I used the second one, not the first one they had, and yeah, you just go through PayPal. They have credit card, they have, I think, Burger King cards, they have some other ones, 7-Eleven cards, stuff like that, so you can go check that out if you don't have a way to top up. But we're going to be using Nami, so we got Nami, Zoro, and my main, of course. We do only have 2 spots. When I get the third one, of course, it's going to be a lot better. I can actually use all 3 characters. Nami does start off purple, which is nice. And that should help us out compared to Zoro. I mean, yeah, that's going to help us out instantly. So we're going to put that in the front. Although I think Nami is more of a support type character. So I would probably not put her in the front. Zoro is more of the defense type. My character is a sniper, so it's more of the put in the back. So, and the reason I actually picked the sniper, it's usually either the sniper and or the swordsman that actually get the best abilities. And most of these games it's usually the sniper. I don't know why that is, but the mage, I love playing as the mage for some reason. But of course in this one it's probably not going to be beneficial, so most likely I'm going to play as a sniper or a swordsman. I'm going to try to figure out which one's actually a little bit better in this game and go with that one. Most likely I'm going to go with sniper though, just to be a little bit different and see how that works out. There's Boa, which looks pretty good. So they do have some of the good characters, some of the characters later on as well, so we'll see what characters we can actually recruit, because they do have like a tavern that you can actually recruit. I've seen some of the pictures for it, which had like Crocodile, I think was one of them, Law, there's Jinbei, who else was in there? There's Frankie, I know that. Those, the Straw Hat Crew is usually the ones you can actually get. I don't know how good they're going to be, but who else was in there? There were some pretty good characters in there, although I'm guessing some of them are going to cost a lot. The first tavern, I believe, was level 20 to actually get to the next set of characters, so after that, I'm not too sure. I don't think anybody's actually reached it. Well, in this one, I believe in the previous betas and stuff like that, that's where I've actually seen the pictures, but yeah, I'm not too sure what other characters lie ahead in the tavern. I'm not too sure how high it goes either, but yeah, it's pretty interesting. Here is the War Tunes thing going on right here. We actually have to level up your town hall, you got the black market, the bar. You got to level up stuff. You have a lab, which we're about to get in a second, which actually levels up your like extra stats, I guess, basically, because all it does is level up like HP for your main, HP for your supports and stuff like that. So I mean, it's okay. They have the arena, they have a ton of stuff, which of course it hasn't opened up yet because we're only barely level 9, which is not that high. You start getting a ton of stuff at like 10, you start unlocking stuff. 15, 20, 25, 30 is where you start getting a ton of other stuff. Here are the skills as well, if you guys are wondering. There's the supers, there's the passive skills. You can't actually get those until you reach certain levels or certain requirements, so you're not going to be able to use all the skills. You can use up to 6 skills. If you did not notice, there are more than 6 skills, so you're going to be able to mess around with some of the skills. The fighting kind of sucks because they have like the auto button. I don't know if you can see it, but it's right up to the right side. But in order to actually use that, you have to be level 31. So yeah, not that easy to get to. Normally in a day, like if you started right now and played for a couple hours, you'd probably hit somewhere in the 20s. So you level up pretty fast in the beginning. Once you hit about 10, 15, you start slowing down. And then probably by the time you're done, you're hitting 20 and stuff like that. But yeah, that's basically what it is. If you can see, we are going through the storyline from the beginning. We started from the beginning and we're going to go through. Not too sure if we actually get the characters for completing certain stages. Haven't seen Luffy though. The skill thing doesn't work either. They have the thing where it actually shows you your skills. I don't know why that doesn't work. But I'm not too sure where you get Luffy. I don't know if you recruit him or what's up with that, because I haven't actually seen him as of yet. They do have a 7-day login event, top-up event, gold pack event, first top-up, all that stuff. Just like any other game would. So yeah, that's pretty nice. They are going to be giving you mostly a ton of coupons. I don't know if that's going to be like that in the actual game, but for getting certain like levels or certain characters or certain abilities, stuff like that, or doing certain things, they're going to give you a ton of coupons. I don't know if it's going to be like that in the actual game, but that does help you out a lot if you're not going to be topping up, because you can actually use coupons instead of gold for some things. So there's that, although from like the shop and stuff like that, you're going to have to buy it with straight up gold. So of course the top up players are going to have the advantage, just like always, but it is going to be a pretty interesting game because it incorporates a ton of other games. So yeah, I'm going to see how this actually turns out. Probably going to play it for the rest of the time it's actually going to be out. Not too sure how long it's going to be out. Maybe a week. They didn't actually put a time. They just said it was going to start on the 14th. They didn't put a time it was going to actually end. So if you guys want to actually go try it out, I'll leave the link in the description. Go check it out and see if you actually like it. If you do, then I would recommend probably playing it, because I am going to be playing it when it actually releases again, of course. I'm not too sure if I'm going to do commentary over all of them, but oh, there's another character. As you can see, we have Jinbei right there, which you can actually recruit him, although I think he's really hard to get. But I'm going to be playing this game. We're probably going to be playing it for, I don't know, a couple hours or something like that. It is closed beta, so I don't want to do commentary over all of these. Probably just going to do this one, maybe the next one. But I'm probably just going to get out a video a day on this for however many videos I get until the game actually releases. And then I'll actually start doing the commentary for the actual game. But we'll see what actually changes from this to the actual release of the game. Hopefully they fix the lag issues a little bit, or give us a little mini client to actually download to help out. Usually those do work, which just gives us maybe 200, 300, 400 megabytes, which is not that much, just to get rid of a little bit of the lag, so you don't have to load everything, but yeah, interesting game, interesting concept, because they took like it feels like War Tunes with a little bit of Anime Ninja, with a little bit of Anime Pirates, or what I think it's Pirate King. I got a bunch of different names for them, and like a ton of those other games put together. So yeah, if you like those, most likely you're gonna like this. I'm having fun with it, so yeah. And the little cutscenes, they do have some pretty good sound. I don't know if that's from the actual anime, because some of the stuff does sound like it's from some of the episodes, but I can't actually show you guys that because I don't want to get copyrighted. But yeah, you can see the freezing and stuff like that. I'm not too sure what's up with it. Sometimes it's really bad, sometimes it's not. It's a little bit bad on my screen just because I'm doing some other stuff, but it's still like that even if you're not doing anything sometimes. And then this is interesting as well. You gotta use the spacebar to actually hit the red line, which is kind of like Bleach Online. So yeah, I think they kind of pulled everything from a ton of games and threw it all together and made this one. I don't know why there's pumpkins and Grim Reapers. I don't know if they took that from another game, but yeah, it's interesting. It's kind of like they threw a ton of stuff together and made it a one-piece game. So we'll see how that kind of works out in the long run. But for the most part, I'm having fun. It is a pretty interesting game. There's still a ton of stuff to go through. If you can see at the bottom, we barely have like half the stuff unlocked. We have the shop, partner skills, formation, stuff like that, but there's still like 4 or 5 different other things we haven't actually gotten. I don't know what they are either. I know there's blacksmith. There's I think it's called Reforge or something like that. There's some other stuff we're still missing down at the bottom, but you don't get some of that stuff till you're 20, 25, 30. So that takes a while to get to. But yeah, let me know what you think of the game in the comments below. Whoever recommended this, thank you. I don't remember your name off the top of my head. But yeah, somebody sent me a thing to actually play this. I didn't actually know this game came out. But yeah, if you guys got any games, leave them in the comments, send me a message, wherever you feel like sending it, Facebook here, on YouTube, or wherever I'm actually at. But yeah, there's some pretty good games out there. I will try them and get to them as soon as I possibly can. Definitely going to be playing this one once it comes out, so hopefully you guys like it. It's probably going to be one of the ones I continue to play, like all of the other ones I play currently. But thank you guys for watching. Hope you enjoyed. Let me know what you think, if you guys like it, what you guys like about it, and tell me what games you actually reminds you of. Because right now, the like Town Hall and stuff like that, War Tunes, that's basically what I see. And then Tavern and stuff like that's Anime Ninja, especially like Formation, stuff like that. Although I know a ton of other games do it, it's just the ones I usually play, so that's why I'm naming those ones. But yeah, we'll talk to you guys later.